Serious, what's a secret that you have that will probably die with you? I caught my mom and dad cheating on each other on different occasions when I was younger and they don't know about it. Removed. I contemplated suicide for a time a while back. I was gonna do it after I became of age to purchase a handgun and shoot myself. I become of age next week. It's crazy to think about how I felt at that time and the idea of dying before I accomplish what I want. I manage my dark thoughts and feelings in a better way now, and I don't plan on dying anytime soon. I have no intention of supporting my mother in her old age. I fully plan to either setting her up in a home or foisting her on one of my other siblings. Probably, hopefully just probably, my small peepee. If it does die with me, that means I never had sex with anyone, which is also sad. My 3.5-year-old son put my 18-year-old cat in the washer and closed the door. I found her the next morning. I told everyone she died peacefully in her sleep. She didn't, and it kills me every day. Escort addiction for a few years. I have extremely bad nightmares every night, that basically just combine all of my deepest fears into one. It happens every night, and I get hardly any rest. It's gotten to the point where I'm scared to go to sleep, but I refuse to tell anyone because I want to try to act happy. I had to buy my own engagement ring. Bless my wife, but she got scammed hard. The ring she got me was actually lead. It literally fell apart within weeks. So I got a custom mold made so I could make a duplicate only in gold. I will never tell her. She's so hard on herself already just day to day. Edit, thanks for the awards and upvotes. I am a lesbian. Some y'all tripping over each other being so polite. It's sweet and endearing. Thank you Reddit strangers. My older brother sexually abused me many times when I was in late elementary school, early middle school. Sometimes I have a super offensive / racist internal monologue. It's not what I'm actually thinking or saying, the things that the voice says are awful. When I was little, I knew that once I grew up, I could buy anything I want, and that thing was a body pillow. I still feel haunted by that thought, and now, I'm glad I didn't actually do it. I don't know who took my virginity, but I'm assuming it was one of my family members, and there is a lot of CP of me from the early 2000s. Also, I love Nickelback. Also, I fucking hate potatoes. Removed. You tried to pull a fast one on me, but that secret is going to my grave. My dad's girlfriend is super fucking creepy. When I was younger, me and my mom would go visit my grandfather at his home, and there was this other boy there. We had a room upstairs where we could play and talk and stuff. The boy asked if you wanna play house, and I said sure. I was playing the husband and he was playing the wife. Then he said shouldn't we kiss and stuff like a husband and wife do? We ended up doing that, but it got crazier. We got even more sexual every time we went to my grandfather's house, and we would make out all the time in the room, with the door locked. I will never tell my family about the 2 times I was raped as a teen by 2 legal adults, 13 and then 16. Also will not tell them about my overdose back in April last year and the almost second one a few weeks later. Just know. Friends and such know these things, but family pity party and being yelled at for not telling them. I just would rather keep it a secret. Also less dramatic, I'm never telling them my ex, the only guy they knew I dated, was from Tinder, and probably every BF after him will be. Also the real time and reason we broke up, and how toxic and horrible he was during and the long time after. Some things family just shouldn't know about. Before meeting my wife, I was addicted to painkillers and sleeping meds. I don't really think that I am a girl. I will never tell my family or friends. I am good at pretending and I can handle the dysphoria. When I was younger, I used to have nightmares for several years that I was getting tickled aggressively by a demon in the dark. Honestly, not planning on telling anyone in case they think I was bewitched or something. I have my own world of superheroes and demons, and I live at least half a day there when no one's around. Post-breakup, it's been very lonely for me, and the only way to escape it is this world of mine. I had my first kiss and lost my virginity in the same night. If I'm lucky, all the unrequited crushes. TL, Doctor, my personality killed my father. Sorry for format, I'm on mobile. I used to be a really annoying kid, whether it be because of my curiousness or because I liked messing with people, still do tbh. Problem is that I didn't know when to stop and it would lead to adults around me getting headaches over my shenanigans. 10 years ago my father passed away due to cancer in his brainstem that rapidly grew and blocked his airway while he was sleeping in the hospital bed. Although he passed away in a relatively passive and painless way, the thing if he would have gotten treatment sooner, he could have had a higher chance of surviving. The only symptoms he ever showed outside of the hospital was a headache. He didn't get it checked out until it had gotten to the point that he couldn't sleep, but he just thought it was a normal headache, maybe migraines. My constant pranking and generally annoying behavior was one of the factors that caused him not to pay much attention to it, and well, now we're here. I should say that me and my family have moved on and are very happy now, and the memory of my dad still lives strong in my household. All of my parents have cheated and I've known since I was a toddler. Biological father dead, cheated with random bitch who lied about being pregnant with his kids so that he would break up with my mother. Mom, cheated on biological father with random man hoe that I don't know about nor care about. Stepdad, cheated twice with 2 different women, once when I was 5, I found her nudes on his phone, and the other when I was 10 to 12, read his emails. I had a one-night stand with a cousin who I hadn't met before and found out I was pregnant the day of my 14th birthday. I got peer pressured to send nudes in the 5th grade, my sisters and my mother know. I doubt I will ever tell anyone else however. I had a crummy old flip phone, this was a fat minute ago. When I was an 18-year-old college freshman, I was arrested for public intoxication. I am, such a lightweight so it didn't take much for me to be over the legal limit. I was just a stupid teen and was in the wrong place at the wrong time and I ended up in jail. I remember that the resident advisor on my dorm floor loaned me money for bail and I had to appear in court and had a conviction. 4 years later as a college grad, I feared that I would be fired from a job for failure to disclose a conviction. Somewhere in my 20s I hired a lawyer and was able to purge my conviction and retrieved all documentation, fingerprint card, mugshot, police report. 50 years later, my siblings don't know and my parents, now deceased, never knew. I'm going to burn everything before I go. I was molested at age 8 by my babysitter's 13-year-old son. My lack of anger management and depression led me down a very destructive path, to a point I'm not even comfortable sharing with strangers on the internet. I'm working on it, but my life is pretty fucked up so it's a slow burner, just trying not to keep on the same path. I slept with my dad's girlfriend's sister years ago and there's a chance I could be a father. A couple years ago I, 17 meters, went with my dad to his GF's housewarming party for dinner. She invited her sister over so she could see the house and the entire dinner she, 32F, was making eyes at me, even putting her legs over mine on the couch while watching TV a while later. She gave me the look, we snuck out, and the dirty ensued. Turns out my dad's GF was a cheater so that didn't last long, and I never did see her sister after that. But about a year later I heard through the grapevine that she had a kid, and confirmed it on her social media. The timetables matched up and the kid's features looked like they could have been mine. The world may never know. When I was around 6 I tried shoving a toy lightsaber up my ass. I know some things about my ex-husband, his sexual habits, things he has done, and tendencies he has that I'll never tell. All of it's legal, some of it's just scummy and a bit hypocritical. When I was in high school one of my friends told me how he was going to shoot a few of the gangster-type kids who spent all day bullying him and a few others. He seemed to obsess over it for a bit and he wasn't really bluffing, he had access to a gun. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want to rat on my friend and betray his trust. I also thought that their group had it coming. They were sadistic and reveled in the thug life, world star type of stuff. At the time I thought that if it wasn't my friend ending them it would just be someone else eventually. Luckily he didn't go through with it and now has a pretty successful career.
With